for joining, man.
Yep, not a problem.
All right, that was Tyler Brown. That was our Flathead 375 money class winner. Like we said in that little interview there, I want to thank, first and foremost, the Shellhammers track crew. I don't understand how it was done, obviously, because it's not what I do. But for those that weren't there that are listening live, I appreciate you listening live, by the way. Feel free to chat in the link that I posted there, and I'll answer all your questions because I see what you guys are posting. Brenda, Davey, all the track workers that were there, the concession workers, the guys that took their time out Sunday to come, to give us a facility to race at, for one. For two, literally the push and shove with Mother Nature. Like I said to Tyler, I think we had 4 or 5 rain delays, and each time, the last one I thought would have did us in because it rained pretty hard in a pretty short of time, but track never went away. It was there. They came out. They brought out with a roller, roll it right back in, and didn't even have to roll the track back in with carts. They came on, and it was great. They knocked off the top of it, and then the racing was great. So, again, hats off to Shellhammers. Hopefully, I know it's already in the works, that we will be going back there in 2017. I can't wait, not just because it's close to the house, but love the racetrack, love the tower. Great racetrack, real racy. Definitely got to drive. I want to mention some things that happened on Sunday. Again, if you weren't there, need to give a special mention out to this little guy. Owen Hupp ran one of the junior cage classes, and oh my, the little man started, I think it was 8th or 10th. I have to look at the sheet here, but he drove his butt off. Like, I couldn't believe it. Came all the way up through the pack and won the race. And he did it in convincing fashion. He, got by second and pulled away. Like, clearly the fastest car. I mean, was starting to run down second there, and I do believe a caution come out and made it real interesting. But, shout out to Owen and that whole crew. They found something. It's 2 races in a row. I wasn't at Red Rock to see it, but I did see it on Race Monitor. So bringing a points lead into race number 3. Also wanted to let everybody know, Weiler Aki had a nasty flip off of corner 4, hit the wall, and rolled real high in the junior sportsman champ. Text Troy Sunday night. He said Weiler was good. And I also talked to Troy earlier, right before the cast, and Troy wanted me to mention, especially to the EMT that was on staff at the time, and the track crew, Shellhammer's track crew, as well as the BMS track crew, did an awesome job getting over to him, taking care of him. He really, really appreciated the EMT. I don't know her name. I know when I talked to her to get her radio before everything started, she says, I love coming to these things, and it showed it. She was motivation. Like, we called, and she was there. Like, she was booking across the racetrack. She wasn't lollygagging, and that's how it needs to be done at any other race. All races, EMTs need to be on it. Paying attention to the races. Okay, maybe they don't like the races, but they're to do one job, is to keep the driver safe. And she did an excellent job evaluating Byler and, them deciding what was the best care for him. But Byler's A-OK. That's awesome. Hopefully the cart is. I didn't ask Troy about the cart, but I don't know. I'm sure we'll see him again June 5th at Selinsgrove. Now on to the weekend, this current weekend. Everywhere in the Northeast looks like a wash. But this weekend going on at Bourbon City is the Southern Kentucky Burris Series. Matt Stewart Series. There's a couple 500 to win classes, I do believe. That's what's going on that end of the racing spectrum with Burris races. I know some local racetracks might be able to get it in here, but again, Mother Nature, I don't know, it's always nice during the week, man, but come the weekend, it's just wet. So we're going to be right back. We're going to have a special guest here with us in segment 2. Not really a PA racer, but he picked himself up a couple G's this weekend. So we'll have a commercial and a quick break here, maybe a minute or two, but we'll be back very, very shortly.
Mike Burris established Burris Racing in 1976 with an initial product line that was made up of pistons and rings for the McCullough and Italian engines, McCooney carburetors, and motor mounts. Today, Burris Racing is best known for the American-made Burris tire, which wins major events across the globe. The business has grown from its humble beginning and now has a 13,000 square foot warehouse packed full of your karting needs. Burris Racing, winning races and made in America.
All right, everybody, we are back live here on Racer's Edge segment number 2. Want to thank everybody again for listening in. Really appreciate it. On the phone with me right now, a lot of people might not know, but you might if you're an indoor. I got the one and only Phillip Schneider on the phone. What's going on there, Phillip?
Not much, buddy. What are you up to?
Not much, man. Just not a lot of people know kind of what you did this weekend. You wanted to talk to you last weekend, and you're like, "I'll just wait." We're heading over to Seymour Raceway in Sikeston, Missouri. They got a big race going on there with Billy Series, and you finally got that $5,000 win over there.
Yeah, it was pretty good weekend for us. Wasn't sure we was going to end up getting it, but ended up getting the job done.
Now, I know, seen some things on it. I guess Dustin Heath, again, I wasn't there. Didn't get a chance to watch it because everything going on here Sunday and stuff like that. But I guess Dustin Heath there gave you a run for his money. I know he won the last one, and pretty hot on your tail there at the end there, or what was going on?
Yeah, he ended up starting in top 5. We started 5th. We had somebody try to make it 3 wide early in the race on us and shuffled us back to 16th. And there, for a while, we were probably half track behind the lead group and didn't think we were going to get the job done, riding around there, picking people off. And spread out, I was pretty upset, like, oh, well, there's another one lost. And we caught some cautions. The bunch just all back up, and we just kept getting better and better, and it seemed like everybody was getting worse and worse. And it wasn't until we got up in the 5th that I thought we had a real shot at it. You could see them not getting through the corner as good as we were, and started licking my chops once we got back up in the top 5. And had a few things go right for us during the race and put us in opportunity. And once I got the lead, I knew it was over and kind of cruised. Track was a little treacherous with some bumps and some not so good spots in the corner, and just try to keep a good pace, looking down at the micron, looking at the lap times, and knew we were good from where we started the race at.
Yeah, I know that they had a bunch of rain there that week, and I was just waiting for, them to, cancel that on you. But, they worked pretty hard getting that track, what they had there, too. I'd take it from all that rain over. I guess they posted, 5 inches of rain in, 2 days.
Yeah, the track held up really well, and overall it was good. Lap times were good. Qualifying times were good, and they did a really, really good job getting it raceable, and it was more than raceable. It was a good track to race on. My comment with the bumps was there wasn't many. There was just one in some inopportune spots to carry a lot of speed, and if you didn't hit them just right, then you could really upset the go-kart and lose some time.
Now, speaking of some speed, I know you have some guys in your crew, your motor builder to thank, which Ron Moon, great guy, and built some awesome horsepower, and definitely showing it out there, especially out in the Midwest right now.
Yeah, Ron and Greg back in the shop working on the motors. I couldn't ask for anything better, honestly. If anything, we have a little extra, feels like, compared to the other guys. And the work that Devin Heath puts in on the tires and kart throughout the week and at the track, the kid is really got it going on. It makes my job a lot easier. I've given him full reins on all the calls and stuff, and it makes it a lot easier for me when I can come off the track. And he already sees it from watching, but it's almost like I have to confirm what the go-kart's doing, and he's already on top of it, ready to make the next change. And
that definitely makes your job a lot easier, huh?
Yeah, it takes a lot of stress off, and I know I was getting towards the top 5 there in that race, and I knew I was going to have to do some extra stuff, being able to come from 16th. I'd have to put a good race together, and I kept telling myself under caution, are you worth $5,000 as a driver? You better get the job done if you're as good as you think you are. So I definitely had the piece. If I didn't win, I knew I'd let the other guys down, because what the other guys do, Ron, Greg, Devin, I couldn't ask for any better. So it was really up to me once I got the opportunity back from the initial start of the race.
Well, and, that's the beauty of the race there. You don't know what happens. I've seen guys, get shuffled all the way back and then come back and win big races. But you know how to do it. You know how to get the job done. You got yourself a crew. You got yourself, a heck of a motor builder. I've seen a lot of Ron stuff win everywhere. What are your rest of your plans? Well, obviously next week. And what are your future plans? I know, obviously you're going to be doing a lot of indoor races. I know there's some people listening now that are chatting on the side here. Phil Schneider won the King of the Champ race down at King of the Concrete this year. And kind of continuing your momentum that you had from that race to 2016 here. You actually had a pretty good 2015 as well. I know the races that I attended, you were always up there. I do believe you actually won. Was it the Midwest race with time trials? Because we got rained out.
Yeah, we set the track record there in Pro Heavy, and the other 2 classes paid really well too. The other pro races, and we qualified 3rd and 4th. And we were actually a little upset it rained out before features, because we felt like the first 2 classes we were saving some tires, for the Pro Heavy qualifying and for the features. And everybody's like, oh, I bet you're happy it rained out. And we were actually a little disappointed, because we were feeling like we were set up well to actually pull off a sweep. We had good starting positions, and it's a track that really suits my driving style. It's more of a tight, smaller racetrack where you actually have to get up on the wheel. So, yeah, we were a little disappointed, but you never actually disappointed when you walk away with the big win, even though it's just qualifying. But felt like we could have really set a statement, and that was me and Devin and Ron worked out our whole deal halfway through the season last year. And we knew we had a good thing going, and we won a big race down at Berman City, and then we were going to that. And it's just like ever since we all got together